Joining us now live on the South Shores Morning News, we have the Norfolk Sheriff, and that's Patrick McDermott. Thanks so much for joining us this week.
Thanks for having me, as always, Christine. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now, I'd like to start a little bit differently this week. I know that there was you were in the news. There was a report from early this week about a disposition agreement, and that was from the State Office of Campaign and Political Finance related to an audit of your campaign finance reports. Now, I know you have agreed to reimburse the state for more than $36,000 in expenditures that were found to be, I believe, outside campaign finance law. Can you comment on that?
Yeah, when the Office of Campaign and Political Finance reached out to me about their concerns, I immediately began to cooperate with them during their review. I have always been committed to addressing and resolving their concerns in the spirit of compliance and transparency, and that's what OCPF laws are all about. I've acknowledged OCPF's findings that certain expenditures which were intended for legitimate political purposes have reasonably been interpreted as something could be personal or business related. So that reimbursement technically is not to the state; it's back to the campaign committee through the OCPF.
Now, I did read the report, and I saw that some of the expenditures that were cited by OCPF included things like media relations course and consult, software licensing, campaign software, and marketing software. Would that be accurate?
So, yeah, correct. And my intent on all of those purchases and the direction at all times was to apply those business-type resources in question towards my political future and the work of the campaign. The goal had always been to modernize campaign operations through advanced outreach tools, communication strategies, marketing strategies, and volunteer training programs, not to be serving my personal interests. So I did acknowledge that my invoicing and strict documentation required by OCPF fell short of the adherence required by the state, and I do regret that. I'm committed to improving my campaign operations in the future, and I fully recognize the authority of the Office of Campaign and Political Finance to regulate that, and I look forward to continuing cooperation with that agency.
Well, I do appreciate, and we do appreciate you coming on the air to talk a little bit about this. I know you have other things going on there besides this issue.
Yeah, busy times make for just good days, and I'm focused on the job at hand as sheriff, and we just launched a great corrections officer academy, 22 recruits on Monday. Our office hosted a delegation of law enforcement and corrections professionals from Morocco on Tuesday to learn about from our nationally accredited facility. I would like to just shout out, and I appreciate the time, to invite people to our Fall Safety Festival in Franklin this Saturday at Fletcher Field from 11 to 2 p.m. And it's a free community event focused on public safety, which will include a touch-a-truck experience and a live canine demonstration. So that's this Saturday, Fletcher Field, 11 to 2 in Franklin.
Well, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Again, that's the Norfolk Sheriff, Patrick McDermott. Thanks so much.